Hi, we are Team Rancher. We help contractors to earn money by sharing their idle equipments. Let's go through a quick story to get to know more about it. This is Jack. Jack is a hotel contractor. And this is Jill. Jill is a hospital contractor. Everything was going well and the crisis of coronavirus came. Now most of the hotel projects are delayed and Jack doesn't know what to do with his idle equipments. Whereas for Jill, government is asking her to build the hospital fast, but she doesn't have enough equipments to build. Well, no worries, Jack and Jill. Rancher is here to help you. Rancher is an online marketplace where equipment owners can list their idle equipments and users can rent it directly. As simple as that. In our value proposition, the major pain which our customer faces for sharing the equipment is equipment availability, equipment transportation, risk of equipment damage and the liability. The major gains are saving on rental cost, saving time on finding right user, earn from idle equipment, deal with one entity, reduced ownership cost, saving on equipment storage. The major job of a customer is to list the equipment and the availability, rent equipment, pay for rental, and review the service. Based on the customer need, the primary pain reliever which we offer is mandatory insurance throughout the rental, tie-up with logistic firms, network of equipment owners. The main gain creators which we offer is multiple equipment listing capabilities, price setting flexibility, option to link with management software, and market analytics. The primary product and the service is Rancher Marketplace through app and web and customer support. Now let's walk you through my customer discovery process. My initial hypothesis was large construction companies owns a wide range of equipment and benefit more from unused equipment. So based on that thing, in our stage 1, I formed questionnaires to collect data for the initial hypothesis. In stage 2, I did a total of 21 interviews in the first phase with professors and with 5 medium and large construction companies, which consist of interviews with presidents, CEOs, and all the way till equipment operators. Based on our interview, I found that large construction companies have in-house asset management division. The non-utilization rate of equipment is close to 25 to 30% a year. The equipment owning is generally determined by the asset management division. They prefer less to share the equipment because they get subsidized equipment from equipment rental firms. For the mid-sized companies, they generally use equipment management software that non-utilization rate stands in between 45 to 50% a year. They prefer to share the equipment but not with the direct competitors. The major issue for them is liability and logistic. Equipment damage is usually determined by project planning team. So based on this thing, we changed our modified hypothesis to focusing on large construction companies and moved it to medium and small contractors. I did 2 more interviews in stage 4, one with VP of Specialty Contractor and one with Equipment and Rental Consultant who was also an ex-CEO of a privately held equipment rental company. Based on this thing, I found that most of the small companies, they prefer to rent more because of the capital expenditure of owning an equipment. The market is seasonal and they are highly budget sensitive. For specialty contractors, they own equipment specific to their trade. The non-utilization rate is close to 25% in peak season and averages close to 40 to 50%. The market is seasonal as well. For equipment rental companies, the non-utilization rate is in between 15 to 20%. The net profit margin is close to 15% and the gross margin is 35 to 40%. They generally rent based on the weekly rentals. These are the companies with whom I did my interview. In our customer segment, our 2 major clients are equipment owners and renters. Within the owners, we'll be focusing on mid and small size construction companies who have idle equipments, and in renters, we'll be focusing on construction contractors and specialty contractors. Our clients are long-time customers and we like to have one-on-one bond with them. Considering that our major channel marketing will be through sales team, we'll have one salesperson for every 100 contractors and one sales manager to handle a team of 5 or more salesperson. We'll use digital platforms like LinkedIn and Google Ads. We'll tie up with equipment management software providers specifically to target mid-sized company and equipment owners. We'll use promotional and referral offers specifically to target budget sensitive customers. To calculate the lifetime value of an owner, we know based on the interview that the average equipment non-utilization time is at least 40% a year. Even if we consider only 30% of it available for rental, which is close to 15 weeks, and approx 6 equipment a company, and considering the average weekly rent at $1,000, the yearly revenue potential is $90,000. And for a US construction company, the average lifespan is close to 24 year, which gives us a lifetime value potential of $2.16 million. For renters, if we consider the average yearly reputation at 5 and single price of reputation at $1,000, it gives us the yearly revenue potential of $5,000, and at a lifespan age of 24 years, the average lifetime value is close to $120,000. Now, to acquire an equipment owner, we'll be spending close to $30 for digital advertisement and close to $300 for targeted sales by a dedicated sales team, which brings the approx CAC at 330. Similarly, for renter, we'll be spending close to $200 via promotion and referral, 300 by targeted sales, and close to $30 via digital advertisement, which brings the approx CAC at 530. Based on this thing, we'll calculate LTV to CAC ratio. And for an equipment owner, the LTV to CAC ratio stands at 6,545 raised to 1, and for renter, it's 226 raised to 1. Let's walk through the business model canvas of RentShare. Our key partners are equipment owners and users, which are generally made in small size construction firms, insurance companies, inventory management software providers, bidding software services, logistic firms, maintenance shops, and investors. The key activities which we will be performing is platform development, marketing and promotion, customer support, finance, risk mitigation, traffic acquisition, and data protection. The key resource which we have is RentShare's platform, employees, and equipment availability data. We already went through the value proposition, channel, and customer segment. Our relationship to our customer will be a B2B equipment service platform. We'll provide business analytics and customer support to them. We'll give them the flexibility of time and rent. We'll provide insurance and logistics service through our partners. Our cost structure consists of infrastructure cost, marketing and sales, development and maintenance cost, regulatory cost, customer acquisition cost, platform development cost, legal and administrative, insurance cost, and employee salary. For revenue, we'll be charging 15% of the sales to equipment owner as a fee and 5% as a renter fee. Since we are dealing with high value transactions in equipments, risk mitigation plays a crucial role for us. RentShare as a company will always have commercial general liability insurance to protect our business. Specifically for our equipment users, they need to keep the equipments insured throughout the time of rental. It's preferable for them to purchase the insurance through RentShare's network. They can waive off the insurance upon showing the proof of the coverage by the current providers. The general liability risk due to the usage of the equipment is on user. An option to purchase the general liability insurance or waive off the right will be provided. The US construction equipment rental market is of $59.4 billion and growing at a CAGR of 6.1%. The target market for RentShare, which is for mid-size and small-size contractors, is of $43.8 billion. The major competitors within the market are traditional big players like United Rentals, Sunbed Rentals, Hertz Equipment Rentals, and online platform for regional rentals to compete with the national rentals like Big Rents and various local rental shops, apart from the recently marketplace startups like EquipmentShare and Dozer. Renting from a marketplace is at least 35% cheaper than renting from a traditional company, because for a traditional company, they need to cover the ownership cost, the non-utilization spread time cost, they need to cover the high operation cost because of the maintenance the physical infrastructure, and the parking yards. And similar thing applies for big rents as well, because most of the suppliers of big rents are traditional, local, and regional rental shops. Similar thing doesn't apply for the marketplace because most of the equipment providers in the marketplace are construction contractors whose primary aim is not to cover the ownership cost but to generate any form of money from the ideal equipments. And in all of the three cases, the user will pay for insurance and the transportation of the equipments. The primary marketplace competitors of RentShare are marketplace startups like Dozer and EquipmentShare, which are 5 and 6 years old respectively. The business model of Dozer is same as that of RentShare, which is completely based on marketplace, whereas for EquipmentShare, it's ownership and marketplace. The target market of Dozer is mid and large size firms. It's all for EquipmentShare, and RentShare focuses on mid and small size firms. Dozer is highly affordable, same as RentShare, whereas EquipmentShare is moderate in terms of affordability. For convenience, Dozer and RentShare are moderate, whereas EquipmentShare offers high convenience. Current market presence of Dozer is in Canada and Florida. For EquipmentShare, they are growing in Texas and Missouri, and RentShare will be focusing its expansion in Midwest, followed by Northeast. Thank you.